Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I was thinking of doing a green look. So I remembered that I had the Shroud Butte Bean, it's Freakin Bats palette, and one of the looks that I did with that's on my Instagram. So I'm thinking about using this, and then I can dip into the Juicy Olive if I decide. And then I feel like I want to use a special shade from Copacetic and M. Jones 5018's companion palette, like one of the greens in here. So yeah, let's start. My nose, my god. Let's just start with the base. I don't think I want to wear a proper foundation today because I'm going to the dentist for my Invisalign, so I don't really feel like I need that. I'm going to take the NYX Marshmallow Primer, and let's just take a little bit, because if you do a full pump of this, it's way too much. Okay, so this is going to be my main, like, product for my face, and this smells super good. So the weather's finally turned around here. It was so stormy last week, like tornado warning stormy. So I'm glad the sun is out, but it's not too hot, so I can kind of enjoy being outside. Let's take, what's something I haven't used in a while? You know, let's just use the Tarte Creamy Concealer. I was talking to somebody about this on Instagram. And then, like, over that. And I have this little Smashbox brush. I'm just gonna... I don't really know what's happening with that. So that's better. I used, let's just use, this is the Royal & Langnickel complexion brush. I got this because of Julia Adams here on YouTube. I found this set at a TJ Maxx or Marshall's, which was such, I mean, these brushes are really affordable anyway. I would say here in the US, you typically find them at Walmart. And full price, they're like, what, between 15 to 20 for a set. But at Marshall's, I think I got this set for like $8, 8 or 9. Yeah, this concealer is super pretty and I don't have to set it. Okay, now let's go into, I'm going to use this ColourPop blush that I got on accident. It's called Jet Set, when they sent me the wrong order. I'm going to use this a bit as a bronzer and a blush, and then we'll see if I want to do more. I can. But it's kind of like a cool hybrid product, and it's weird because I love blush so much and bronzer, but lately I just been doing one or the other. Yeah. So it is the 3rd of May. I start my new job on Wednesday, and yesterday I got my second COVID shot. What else? Oh, the second was the Menagerie restock last Saturday, and I did place an order. I was able to get the whale song. It's really funny. One of my Instagram friends messaged me. She was like, did you secure it? I was like, yes, I did. I also decided to grab the Annette palette because I didn't want to be left out. And I watched her 10 Looks 1 palette, and I really have to say, I feel like a lot of people tend to do like one video with like maybe maximum 3 looks with their palettes. And the fact that Annette has done the one look, I believe, in her reveal video, and then she did 10 looks one palette, and she's doing another 10 looks. So she's giving you 21 looks with her palette, and I think that that's really awesome because I feel like not a lot of, I don't know, I feel like it's rare for there to be that many looks. Like, I love that she's really going for it. My little Koyudo brush and my little Benefit Brows things that I found at TJ Maxx. Yeah, I really love that she's going above and beyond to do all of these tutorials with her looks. I think it's really amazing, and it made me like respect it, like respect her. Not that I didn't have respect for her, I just didn't have anything for her. So I feel really good about like wanting to support it because she's doing at least 21 looks with this palette, which is so awesome because I feel like so many other collaborator people barely use their stuff. And I know that there's, you know, it's a rock and a hard place because people will complain like if they use their own palette too much, which I think is so silly because it's their palette for a reason, you know? Like when Emily Noel, love her, when she talks about her Wants palette, she like apologizes for bringing it up so much. And I'm just like, but that's the palette that you created for a reason. You should like it. I would be more suspicious if she didn't like her own palette and didn't want to use her palette. Wet n Wild Brow Obsessive. Just a little bit. So yeah, so I'm excited. Also, my Kaleidos package should be arriving this week with the Club Nebula palette. That would have been a fun palette to use with this look. I think I'm just gonna end up doing like an electric green look. So I picked up the Whale Song, the Annette Serenity palette, and then I also did grab a single shadow called Baobab. It was one of the ones from the Killer Purr palette. Something's in my eye. Okay. And then we're gonna take the ABH eye primer, which is the only eye primer that I've really enjoyed using with the Butte Beam palette. I wonder if the P. Louise base would be okay. I don't know. I just know that I prefer this one. Oh, you know what foundation I'm supposed to reuse? The Morphe Hint Hint. Because I always talk about how much I love it, which I do, but I just haven't used it in so long. I haven't used it since my, my trip. My little goat hair brush. Okay. So I did want to point out that I am having the issue with my palette with the pigment. Like if you can see in the shade Spooky, there's just like white pigment dots in there. Weird, right? All right, let's take a big fluffy brush. Excuse me, a big fluffy brush. But yeah, okay. Coastal Scents BR250. And we're gonna dip into Trapa and we're gonna just hope for the best. Beautiful. And I really want to keep this kind of rounded, I think. I've been into that. And I might deepen this up with the darker shade from the Juicy Olive. I suppose I should have looked into that palette to see. But I just did my Indie Declutter. And I still haven't put anything away from that, so I've got all my indie palettes in front of me right now, which I think is kind of important because a lot of them I just don't use as much as I should. Like this palette I purchased third party. I really need to get my money's worth out of this. And I wish I was joking, I wish I wasn't exaggerating. But I spent a penny on this You know what? Let's be transparent. So one of the only reasons I even purchased it was because, you know, do you guys remember the highlighter Becca Berlin Girl Glow? Well, I had posted about it on Reddit saying that I would sell mine to, like, not the highest bidder, but I would sell it for at least like 100, and I sold it to someone for like 90. So that brought down the price of this palette. And I sold it on Reddit, so there was no like Mercari fees. But I spent quadruple the price of this palette on this palette. That's as far as I'll dive for transparency. You know, I'm liking this being light, but I think I just want to jazz it up a little bit. I don't know. I'm doing my makeup in my big mirror, and I think that this looks great. I think it looks great. Okay, let's take this Sonia G, and let's dip into Juicy Olive. Very little. I want to dip into Cocktails, this darkest green. Boop, boop. And for Give Me Glows, like mattes, I prefer using like a little, oh, that's perfect. Literally perfect. Enough to deepen my outer V, but not enough to ruin my crease shade. And this is a good size brush for what I'm doing as well. This is the Sonia G Mini Booster. Yeah. From her Sky set. What else is happening? Oh, so I don't really follow Trend Mood or like Beauty Deals BFF anymore, or Makeup Craze. I don't really follow more like accounts that aren't like a personal account where they're talking about stuff. Sometimes I will look up Indie Makeup Spotlight. I will look that one up every now and again, but I try to stay away from like constantly viewing the new like on Trend Moon. And it's really helped because there's a lot less mainstream stuff that I want to buy. Although I did just get, so I do not work at Ulta anymore, but I just got a coupon in my email for 25% off for employees, and I'm like, well, that's a good freaking deal. It expires at the end of the month, so when I get there, I'll deal with that. All right, I do want to go into Handbook. I'm pretty sure maybe a little bit of Grim on the outer portion, but mainly Handbook. And then maybe Jessica from this palette, or Lexi up here. Yes to glitter glue. Let's use my Give Me Glow Harder. Again, my favorite glitter glue ever. I've had this tube since like 2018. And, oh, okay, this is a really good brush for this. It's a Morphe M421. This is a really good brush for like concealer or cut crease stuff work. Really good for that. But I'm weird and I don't like, I much prefer using my finger. Or sorry, like my finger or just a regular brush. And again, I'm still trying to see this formula with a brush. So this is my Smith, my baby, my 253. And yeah, I love this brush so much, but yeah, I don't remember it. Can you see that? I just felt the fallout drip down my face. I really hope I'm doing this in frame. I hate the way these look with a brush. They look really streaky. and it's just unnecessary. Okay, then I'm gonna take my finger, my pinky. I'm gonna take GRWM, and I'm just gonna do that, right? Okay, I'm just gonna do that. And we'll come back to that at a later date. Okay, and then I'm just gonna get my glitter glue on this side. I do need the assistance of a brush in my innermost part of the eye sometimes, but let's just use my finger and just see the world. Yeah. It's just hard because like just physically getting your finger into the inner corner is hard because science. Yep. Okay. Again, baby finger. I just dipped in like a little because I don't want that to overpower anything. Going back with the Handbook shade, right? Yeah. All right, so now with no additional product at the moment, I'm gonna go back with the mini booster and just like, this is right in the, I'm gonna grab a little bit more product. That's right in the spot where I have issues on this eye. This little corner right there. Yep. Okay, and I'm gonna go back in one last time with Trapa and really just coat that top part. Make sure it's nice and like sick looking, sick green. Okay, maybe I won't use the Copacetic. I mean, yeah, of course I want to use the Copacetic stuff. But... all right, let's take, maybe we'll just do the inner corner with that. Let's get a little, like a inner corner brush. What is this? A pencil brush. This is one of the weird ones, the Luxie 111 mini flat angled. I don't really like this brush, but it's fine for what it is. Let me swatch these. Yeah, we're gonna do, the top one is Jessica. And keep in mind, this is applied completely dry with no sticky base. I might go over it with my finger just to amp it up. Yeah, maybe just a little. I guess I have to, my pinky's dirty. Okay. Yeah. There we go. There we go. That's a lot of fun. Okay. And I like to keep my lower lash line clean, so I'm not going to put anything under there. But let me go ahead and do mascara, and I'll show you the... Alrighty, so this is a finished look. I just used Tarte Big Ego mascara. It's okay, I'm just using it. I also grabbed my Moon Prism blush palette and grabbed the shade Gravity, and I just kind of placed that here and then pulled it across my nose, and then I used the Laura Mercier highlight number 1, the baked one, just for like a subtle glow, because I didn't want the highlight to take away from it, because I could have done a green highlight, but that's just not the vibe that I wanted. And then I just threw some of the NYX Milky Gloss in Cherry Skimmed on, just to give my lips something. But my earrings will be linked down below like always. And yeah, that's the final look. Let me know if you like green eyeshadow, but like pukey green eyeshadow. I'd love to know. Alrighty, well, thank you so much for watching today's video. Please comment, like, and subscribe to my channel. Link down below for my Instagram. I'd love if you could follow me over there. And thanks for stopping by today. Hopefully I see you in my next one. Bye.